Hi, my name is Lou Jaffe, and I'm the creator of the One Day MBA. So glad you're here because you're a take action person. I know that because you clicked. Well, here's the deal. I have the solution for you. How do I know I have the solution for you? I've created $1 billion in shareholder value in my career. I've been a CEO, numerous companies, public companies, big companies. Didn't start out that way. I learned how to grow into it. I learned what to do. I've made mistakes. I've had successes. I want to share all of them with you in the One Day MBA program. So lesson number one, and you may want to write down these lessons as I bring them up. The first lesson, if you want to be successful and you want that promotion, is you got to create a win. What do I mean by a win? Help your company do something it was never doing before, because that's a win. And you have to have an attitude that says, I'm doing this because it's my job, because that's how you stand out. Because your boss may not even know who you are, because there's lots of people around. But the people that stand out are the ones that go that extra mile. Now, I'm not saying it's easy. It's hard work. But it's the hard work you can do. And the students that I've had over the years and the people that take this program that are successful are the ones that are willing to invest in themselves, do that hard work, and be givers. So number one, make a win. So what is a win? The definition of a win is find a customer, find a business partner, save money inside the organization, help other people be better at what they are. Those are all wins, and they all stand out because they impact the company's level of success. So first and foremost, if you want your personal win of making more money or being promoted, it starts off with helping the company get a win so they can pay you back, because that's when your bosses are going to take notice of you. It separates you from the crowd. Lesson number two, real simple. Understand the ecosystem of business. Understand the landscape. Who's doing what, where, and when. How do you impact in the marketplace? Because the better you understand that, I can't tell you how important it is. But we teach that in the program. We talk about the 7 C's of business because of the things that can focus, the things that make a big difference. You need to understand your cash. You need to understand your customers. You need to understand the corporate culture. You need to understand change. You need to understand clock, because the most valuable asset you have is time. You need to know how to cooperate and inspire cooperation. And last but not least, you need to understand communication. Communicate, communicate, communicate. And we're going to dive deep into that subject. The next lesson that's really critical, and it's hard for people to understand, but it's understanding the person on the other side of the table. Nothing in this world is about you. You're the winner. That is the outcome, not the input. The input is how you deal with other people and how you make them feel special and how you get them to know you, like you, trust you, respect you, and want to do business with you. And those skills will create wins. Again, back to getting your promotion. Create a win to get something special. The next lesson, becoming passionately dispassionate. Now, I know those two words don't go together. Makes absolutely no sense, because passion is different than dispassion. But here's the deal. If you learn how to be passionately dispassionate, take a step back, stop being proud, stop having your ego say you're the smartest person in the room, because guess what? Often you are not. But by being passionately dispassionate, you can listen to the best ideas. You can take a step back, not be emotionally involved, and actually see that picture and help people be successful and be part of that team, because you pick the right ideas and you go hard. And the last lesson, the fifth one that you should be writing down, there's no value in ideas. Everybody has ideas. Value is created in execution. How do you take that idea to the next level? Because when you learn how to do that, and you have the tools that I'm going to share with you to make sure you execute successfully and sustainable, you stand out in the crowd, everybody notices you, and amazing things happen. So let me give you some stories based on emails that people have sent to me or phone calls, people that have taken this course. I had a guy, he ran restaurants. He actually was the general manager of one restaurant. He had worked his way up through all the departments and became the general manager of a restaurant. And he set his eye and he set his goal on he wanted to be a vice president of a region. He wanted general managers of each store to answer to him. And by the way, there's a really important lesson in that. You got to have a plan. You have to have a goal. Now, you may not always be 100% aligned with that goal, but everything you do zigzags towards that goal so you get there. Because if you don't know where you're going, every road gets you there, but you may not be happy with the destination. So have a plan. But anyway, getting back to the guy that took the program, he wanted to be a general manager of a bunch of other stores. He wanted to be a regional vice president. So he decided he was going to make his store better, so he got noticed. And he became passionately dispassionate because he's a great restaurateur. But as things change, he went to the chefs and he got their great ideas on how to make the store more efficient. And he talked to the waiters about how do they upsell, sell more wine, sell more desserts, get more revenue out of the same people without making them feel that they're being sold. It's making people want to buy and have a great experience and focus on the concept of hospitality and having a hospitality mentality, because that's about the other person on the side of the table, because all the lessons interact. But this person took the program, learned those lessons, and you know what happened? Called his boss and said, we have an upcoming meeting of all the general managers of the 30 stores. I would love to present and tell people the different things that I've learned and what I'm doing in my store, which makes it one of the top producers in the entire chain. And his boss said, that's a great idea. And he presented. He didn't ask for anything other than a little bit of time. He presented and he helped other people become wildly successful with his ideas. And you know what? That's when his boss saw that he's a natural leader, and he got that promotion to become a regional vice president. But it all started with creating wins and telling the boss, I want to help you, because he created a win for his boss and his boss gave him that promotion. Great example. Another lesson in the book and another lesson in the video program, we talk about pitching, because pitching is so important, because you're always pitching an idea, or you're pitching a customer on buying something, or if you're starting a company, you're raising money. Well, I got a great letter, I should say an email from from somebody that took the program, because that person was starting a company. But they were floundering and they were trying to raise money. And he read the section on how to pitch, and he learned it's so important to tell a story, have a beginning, a middle, and an end, and separate what's interesting from what's important. And make sure you do your homework and you know the person on the other side of those tables. Because you know what? That lesson is true. If you're in a corporate meeting, you better know who's in that room, around that table. You better tell them a story that makes them want to do business with you. If you're a manager and they're a vice president, you want them to see you as a peer, even if you do not have that same title. And we talk about that. And this guy raised a lot of money. Now he's a successful business, but raising money came from learning how to pitch and read the room. I had a CEO of a very small company. And he had incredible turnover in his organization because he was such a micromanager, because he didn't trust people. And we introduced the concept in the program called the balanced scorecard. And the balanced score is kind of interesting. It's a way to communicate a lot of ideas, but you take a look at all the different constituencies and all the different things you need to do. If you want to teach people a new idea inside an organization, you have to socialize the idea so people get it. You have to assign people that are responsible for it. You have to put a timeline on it. You have to hold people accountable. But you also have to teach them what it is they need to do, because there's learning in order to implement a new idea. And that's the difference between the idea and the execution. And these are all the kind of things we teach in this program. So I'm hoping by now you realize you need to take action to get that raise. It's on you. And the definition of insanity is doing things the same way and expecting new outcomes. Think about it. How much did you spend in the last month on movies, on dinners, on entertainment? Imagine if you invested that in you and in your career, how much more money you would be making next year. It's that simple. Well, I've significantly discounted this program because I want to make tons of millionaires and I want to make tons of vice presidents. And when I say I want to make it, I want to empower you to be it, because you do the hard work. I show you the way. I share the lessons I've learned. I show you the tips. I show you the tricks. I give you some of the shortcuts for you to be great. But now it's your turn. So I'm going to end with a riddle. 5 frogs out on a log. 4 decided to jump off that log. How many frogs remain on the log? Because the truth of the matter is, it's 5. Because deciding to jump and jumping are rarely related. You decided to click on this video. Now take action. Let me share the lessons that have made me a wealthy and a happy man. CEO, professor, board member, public speaker, and most importantly, I'm an empowerer. I want to empower you to unleash the power in your career. Thanks for watching. Please join our Facebook group, try my book, try my videos, and tell me what a wild success you've been in the next 90 days. Thanks so much. Make life great.